What's going on, guys? It's Joe with Strictly Commerce. Inside of today's video, we're going to be doing another ungating guide. This is going to be another full in-depth ungating guide on exactly how you can get ungated on Amazon FBA in 2023.
This is amazing. Amazon FBA, behind the scenes. This is the business. Right here in the grid. Fuck it.
So I'm going to apologize off the bat. I do feel a little sick right now, so I apologize for my voice. However, we're still going to be jumping right into it with our ungating guide and exactly how you can get ungated in multiple categories and in multiple brands in 2023. I know a lot of you have a ton of questions about ungating. When you're first starting out, I can't sell any products, they're all restricted, or I don't know how to get ungated, or they won't accept my Walmart receipt. The truth of the matter is, it's actually really easy to get ungated. It's so easy compared to 3 or 4 years ago when we first started. Back in the day, it would cost like $3,000 to get ungated in one of these big brands. Now you can literally get ungated in one of these big brands for less than $100 buying inventory from just Target alone. It's a world easier for ungating compared to years prior. If you guys are really having a super hard time with ungating, I just want to let you know that it is going to get better and will actually end up being easier for you as time goes on. Basically, what ungating is it's just Amazon vetting whether or not you are a good seller and that they think that you're able to sell the brand that you're trying to get ungated in. The reason they do this is because a lot of sellers jump on the platform and start selling random items, and maybe they screw up some listings or are tanking prices, or maybe even worse, are selling inauthentic products. Amazon doesn't want you to be selling big name brand products that customers are ready for and know well and are expecting a really good authentic experience, and for you to screw that up as a new seller. That's all they're doing here. Eventually, you're able to sell most of the brands on Amazon due to ungating. And like I said, it does get easier as you start to push more sales and prove to Amazon that you are actually a new seller and that you're going to be doing the right thing. Once you prove that to them, every single new brand that you try to ungate will get easier and easier and easier as time goes on.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
So first of all, those steps to get ungated are pretty simple. All that Amazon is asking for a brand ungatement is they're asking for you to purchase 10 units of a product from a verified distributor or manufacturer and actually prove that you're purchasing it from a viable distribution line. Now, you actually don't have to purchase these items every single time from the same distributor. You just need to get those 10 in there to get ungated to sell them for the first time. After that, you can sell them from wherever you want and wherever you're purchasing them from. The only thing that you need to worry about is specifically where you buy the items the first time to actually get ungated. Obviously, we're assuming that you're buying authentic products all the time to sell on Amazon, because if you try to sell inauthentic stuff, you're never going to be able to get through. The steps to do this for pretty much any brand are pretty simple. First and foremost, the easiest way to do this is purchase 10 units of a specific product from Target. Anything that Target sells, if you purchase 10 of a specific brand, you can submit that invoice to Amazon to get ungated. A couple quick notes. If you're purchasing an item from Target, make sure that the item is actually 10 sellable units when you go to list that item and apply for the ungating. What this means is if you're listing the item under a 2-pack sellable on Amazon, you need to purchase 20 units from Target and bundle the two together for the invoice to actually work. The invoice has to make sense where the invoice that you're purchasing is 10 sellable units of the product that you are trying to get ungated in. You don't have to do this for multiple products of the same brand. Once you get ungated in one product for that brand, the rest of the products from that brand are going to get ungated. So basically what this means is all you need to do for baseline things, if the item is on Target, go purchase 10 sellable units of any product that you can match up from Amazon, submit the online invoice from Target and send it into Amazon. If this doesn't work, make sure that your quantities line up and keep submitting that invoice over and over and over again until you're actually ungated. Now, if the item isn't on Target, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. The same process works for retailers like Kohl's, Webster Store, and Price Master as a distributor and things like that. So you can essentially purchase these items from any of those three, and if the item is on there or if the brand is carried by that specific, place or distributor, then you can actually do the steps, purchase the product, and get ungated. Now, if you're a wholesale seller, this becomes a little bit different because it basically matters whether or not your distributor's invoices work for ungating. It doesn't mean that the retail side of things doesn't work to get ungated. It just means that you're going to have to test. So if you're placing a wholesale order and you're not sure if you're going to get ungated, you're going to need to buy a little bit, test to see if the invoice works, then go for it. Make sure your invoice is paid. If it gets denied one time, it doesn't mean it's not going to work forever. It just means that you are not ready yet, or that distributor is not ready, or that brand is not ready for you to sell yet. The final thing that we're going to talk about in terms of ungating is when you get that little error message that says your account does not qualify. We'll pop it up on the screen here. Basically what that means is that Amazon actually is not even going to give you the opportunity to apply for those products to actually get ungated until you start to produce a little bit more revenue and produce a little bit more social proof, basically proving that you're an authentic seller doing the right thing and viable in Amazon's eyes. So if you get that little do not qualify message, it doesn't mean that you're beat forever. Sell some other products that you can actually get ungated for, and then start to go back in a couple weeks or a month and then go buy those products. It does get easier.
If you work real hard, you can become the best that you can be. And that's a promise.
The final thing we want to talk about is category ungates. These are a little bit different than brand ungates. Category ungates are for like grocery category, and then the brands inside of grocery, or the baby category, or the OTC medicine category. If you're doing a category ungate, I recommend going to Webstaurant for a lot of the products because those tend to work really well, or go to a verified distributor like PriceMaster to get ungated in that category. Make sure that you're not messing around with any phony invoices or messing around with the invoices themselves and providing authentic documents, because you can get in trouble from Amazon if you were doing so, and I've seen it happen to people too.
Now you're all in big, big trouble.
The last piece of information I want to give is for OTC medicine. If you need to get ungated in OTC medicine, you need to go to the FDA registration after you get the invoice and provide them with a little code. It's very simple to do, and there's a bunch of documents online that'll show you exactly how to do it. If you just Google that search term, how to get ungated in OTC medicine on Amazon. The first couple links are awesome in terms of showing you, and I won't waste your time making you watch this and watch me click through the steps, because all you need to do is just go for the product that you're buying and find the FDA registration number. With anything in terms of ungating, if Amazon doesn't accept your invoice on the first try, keep submitting, highlight, write on the invoice, tell them more information. They have an automated process where basically their team is paid based on how quickly they go through and approve or deny these things. So they're looking to deny your invoice as for the first thing that doesn't match. Make sure the address matches your seller account that the items are shipped to. Make sure the name is the same. You could try and match the credit card. All info has to match from Amazon to the ungating invoice. And like I said, if they don't accept it off the bat, keep submitting, because eventually it will work. That about wraps up today's video about ungating. I hope this helps, and I hope you guys don't get too scared of ungating and let it not let you start selling. This is one of the easiest things to do, and once you get it down once, you're able to replicate the process many times forward to open up new brands and start to sell more items and scale your business. With that being said, that's about it for today's video, and thank you for your business.